Here we go. Welcome, everyone. Good to see you on this sunny Sunday. I hope you are doing well. The team is doing well. Good to see some familiar faces. I see some team members as well, of course. Joy, Paul, Compact, Sezu. If any of you guys want to jump in at any time, feel free to request. I'll be more than willing to share the stage with all of you. But this week, I will be the host. Last week I was busy with IRL commitments, so I could not be there. But Compact, Beaver, and Datar did an amazing job at doing the AMA, and I hope you were nice to them because they're not used to that kind of exercise, and it is something to kind of practice for normally, and I kind of wore them on a short notice. I'm gonna be honest, but hey, they did great, and this week is my turn. So, as always, the AMA is recorded, will be available on our YouTube channel normally this evening. I don't see why not. Um, and you will be able to uh, hear everything, and for people that missed it, of course. So, I just ask you to be careful about your language whenever you come up stage. Just a basic disclaimer. As for every AMA, there will be an introductory part where I will be talking about the project, what is taking place recently, what is going on at the moment, and what will be taking place in the following weeks. That will be then followed by me answering questions from chat. I've already noticed a couple of them that were interesting, notably about the Cardinal protocol, which is very cool. And after the text questions, we will move on to voice chat questions. So I will give you, of course, a spot on the stage to voice your opinion. So, what can we start off with? Let's start off with Metashops, I think, because it has been our most recent announcement. And for those who are unaware, Metashops are an integral part of the project's identity currently. We have transitioned from simply being the Loft to being also the Agora, because we quickly realized that simply being the Loft was not enough to guarantee future investability and future income. And we had this idea of making the shopping and leisure area the center point of our development alongside the lofts. The reason for that being that there is no real competitor at the moment in the space that wants to do exactly what we are trying to do, and that we will do. And we think it's a very interesting topic and one that can be worked on. Metashops will replicate the idea of an IRL store, of course, that you have in every shopping mall, but will be unique in the sense that they are stores in the virtual world. The virtual world allow us for more creativity, allow us to be more imaginative, and allow for interaction that's normally not possible. It is one thing, to build a shopping mall, but it's another thing to make that experience entertaining. Because let's be honest, the shopping mall can be very boring IRL, and we do not want to replicate the boring part inside of the Agora. We want to make it fun, interactive, and it's all about gamification. And gamification is a topic that I've tweeted about recently on the main account, and is central in any NFT project and Metaverse project as a whole. For those that are not too familiar with the term, gamification is the process of transitioning some content into a more video game format, into a more entertaining format. And in our case, we want to transition online shopping to a gamified format. It is already what is done with NFTs, and that is why you see people spending hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars on images or virtual property or whatever. It is because you don't feel that you are spending necessarily money. You're spending crypto, of course, but you are not feeling like you're spending money, and it is that we want to recapture inside of the Agora. It's what theme parks have been doing for years and have successfully been doing for years as well, recreating this theme park feel inside of the metaverse. Now, um, the long-term vision for our our shopping center is to have different sizes stores. So you will have the smaller ones, the medium ones, and the large ones that would come in a very limited amount, and that would be offered in the first, in the first, in the, you know, in the at the beginning, like we did now with the Solar Army, to create hype and to generate attention on the project, and then will of course be sold or rented. We have yet to choose exactly on the business model. And we also plan for some of the shops to be maybe an NFT collection. The reason why we don't want all of the shops to be an NFT collection is pretty simple, is that if we make the whole shopping area an NFT collection, then there is no guarantee that it will actually be filled. It could be, bought by people who simply want to resell it, which is fine. But then what we end up with is a store that is empty, and that is not something that we want. We prefer the store to be full and lively and colorful than an empty store that is just owned by multiple individuals that have no interest in building their stores. So yes, developing the Agora is what the game dev team has been doing for the past weeks and has been doing a very good job at it. And we are very excited to say that it will be released in its first stage at the end of the month, so in March. And the first version, the first release, will use our wallet authentication technology that we developed specially for the project. And again, this serves as a reminder that it does not exist or is not publicly available yet in the space. It is very easily done on the web browser, of course. You just connect your wallet and play the game inside of the browser. But since we are building out a browser, we had to develop that technology. And Paul, that is present here, made a video to explain and showcase how it works. This means that in the first release of the Agora, the ground floor will be for everybody, holders and non-holders alike. So as long as the individual has a Solana wallet linked to the game. But the first floor, will be only accessible to our holders. What I think is cool is that you have the lifts that brings to the first floor, and so holders will be able to enter that lift, but non-holders will be stuck outside of the lift and kind of looking at the other people going up and wondering, oh, I wonder what's upstairs. I might grab a standard card now because I want to see what's upstairs, because we want to make it very responsive, meaning that if somebody does not own a standard card or any type of card for that matter, connects to the game and then sees, okay, I want a card now, he can make the purchase. It will be updated in real time, and you won't need to disconnect from the game for it to update. So he buys the card from secondary market, and then he has access to the lift. It's going to be very cool. I think we have something special on our hands, and we can't wait to showcase it to you. There have been multiple screenshots already in the sneak peek channel. We are planning on releasing more, following the launch. For the upcoming launch, how do you say that? In anticipation of the launch, that's the term. So providing you with time-lapse content on how the team is building, different screenshots, and some features that will be inside of the game, such as, for example, a chat. It might sound simple, but it's actually a very cool thing that we will have inside the game. A chat that will be moderated, of course. But yes, we plan on making the release a real event. I will be live streaming it. We will probably make giveaways during the live stream, make it a real event, try to get some influencers on board on the live stream to really talk about the event. And yeah, we want to see a lot of people in the Agora when it releases. Could be so cool to see like 100+ people just roaming around, discovering the space. And that makes me think that something that we have not announced yet, and that wasn't asked too much, actually, I'm surprised about it, is about our avatar. So we have a team member that is fully, his expertise is making characters, and he has been working on the default model for the Agora that we will be showcasing soon. And the default model will be customizable in the future. and is a way for us to, let our users create, customize their character, and to have one that is proper to the Agora instead of using just a Unity asset store one. The plan with that is, of course, in the future to be able to integrate avatars from other NFT collections. We will be very selective with what avatars we are integrating because we think it has to fit the aesthetic of the Agora. But that is the plan, to have this character integration coming down the line as well. So yeah, we will be actually the Dylan, who is the 3D designer working on our character modeling, has made a little document kind of explaining how he works, and I will be releasing it, I think, in the next couple of days. So we are coming to the end of March, and what has been done so far is, of course, the abstract art airdrop. That's done. We are now at the chapter of staking, and maybe what you are all wondering about. Staking has, is the trend, is the meta at the moment, is what NFT projects should do to provide utility for their holders. And the staking system that we are releasing is the first version. It's a way for us to keep our holders, waiting, and to actually reward them for holding. So it will take the form of NFT giveaways, as I think most of you may have noticed in the announcement and the channels. If you have not, I encourage you to take a look at the staking FAQ channel, the announcement channel, to have a better understanding of what we are doing. We are still planning on releasing the platform tonight, Central European time. We might have to move it to tomorrow, Monday. We are not sure yet. There has been some additional user experience work that has taken place to ensure that the platform is optimal, and that has taken more time than predicted. But we want to release a system that works perfectly, not a half-assed version that would, cause issues down the line. So we are making the necessary tests, making the necessary UI and UX modifications, and our Solana devs are working hard on it. So it will be released normally tonight, and in the worst case scenario, tomorrow. So for the system, how it works, you will be able to stake your access cards. You will have a first, I think, 24-hour timer where you will have the time to stake your access card in the different available raffles. So for the first week, the D-Gold is, of course, the Grand Prix. D-Gold that actually is now worth 60 Sol, I think. So we bought it at 50 to give you an idea. D-Gold is pretty hyped. An Atadian is also for giveaway, and we have a premium access card and 2 standard access card. The number of entries per access card is relative to the total supply. A standard access card is worth 25 entries, a premium access card is worth 100, and an exclusive access card is worth 500 entries. Reminder that there are only 55 exclusive access cards. I think it's a very good entry price for the kind of NFTs we are giving away, to be honest. And again, this is a system that is meant to keep you guys waiting until the full version of staking releases, which will coincide with the release of our token. So that is for staking. I will, of course, take a look at the AMA questions chat in a moment. I suppose there will be multiple questions about staking for that. So yeah, once the staking chapter is done and it's working and there are no noticeable issues or major issues with it, our work is to hype up and tease the Agora because it's coming at the end of the month. It's a big event. It's gonna be for us the ability to showcase what is possible to be done since we upgraded the team from Paul, the one-man team that Paul was, to a now team of 6 or 7 members. I can't remember at the top of my head. The difference is quite noticeable, let's say, and we will do a major improvement to the launcher, to the user experience and interface in general, and to the performance as well. So hyping up the Agora, leading up to the release date, making the release date an actual event, and then transitioning into April. And April will be a very busy month because that is the month when we plan our token release and our ICO. There will be more details about the ICO in the upcoming weeks. But yes, it will be a major topic for us, and to be able to for the access card to grant you token rewards, but a token that is actually worth something and that is based on a solid system, and not only a liquidity pool that is drained endlessly until there's nothing left in the liquidity pool after 2 months. Um, no, we have a solid. Amaury, who is data, has been working with Nicolas, who is our financial advisor and tokenomics expert. They have been working very hard on the whole system, and we are working on making it um, digestible information. Because to be entirely honest, I don't even understand everything that's going on that end. I do, but it's a way of saying that it is quite the complex subject. So we are still finding the best way to roll it out. It will be done through our medium and through an extensive marketing campaign, because we will be using the services of a digital marketing agency, one of the biggest ones in the crypto space. Because again, the ICO is a very important topic for us. We will invest quite a large amount of money into marketing for the month of April to ensure that the ICO is goes well, basically. So that's for the coming weeks. Let's just me check my notes on what I wanted to talk about. So Metashops, Agora, staking ICO. I can have a word about the team as well, I suppose, on the community management side of things. Is Notorious still here, Mr. Notorious? Yes, he is. Notorious has suggested a very good idea through DMs that we have relayed to our community management team, which is to hold poker events with different kind of rewards every week, just to get some, more activity in the Discord going on. Um, I think that's going to be cool. I know I like poker myself, so I might play in one of those events. So we'll have more information about that. I think the idea behind it is very cool, at least. So they are, of course, still busy with whitelist for our holders. If there are any individuals here that have not gone through holder verification yet, I encourage you to do so, because there are whitelists being given basically every day for different upcoming NFT projects. Even though it's not really minting season at the moment, I would say, it is still something that is good. That is good. Point. End of the sentence. Sorry, I'm tired. Anyways, that's for the community management side of things. Um, and yeah, I think I've kind of covered all the topics I wanted to talk about. Oh, I could talk about the different partnerships we have envisioned. Solar Army is the first one that we have announced officially. Um, because we have a very good relationship with General Soul and their community as a whole. One of our moderators, Jashan, is part of the Soul Army as well. Both our communities are pretty well intertwined. We will actually also be the guests of their education program going on in April, where we will talk about the concept of Metaverse, the actual value behind the tokenomics, because we think they think that we can contribute, and I love that kind of talk anyway. So Solar Army made sense. I think their store looks really cool. It has been done by Lois, so one of our founders. He has worked on a bunch of different visuals for different NFT partnerships. But our philosophy is we are always waiting for the green light from the project. We are not releasing visuals without approval from the other projects, because that would just feel like, cloud chasing, for lack of a better term. So I've had conversation with different ones. We've had even we've had very promising conversation with an IRL brand, North American retail store brand, basically. I cannot share more details about it. It's a bunch of NDAs, but it's very promising and something that we are very excited to be able to announce, hopefully at some point. But yeah, uh, make no mistake, we are working hard every day behind the scenes. We announce what we feel is right to announce, and we do it in the necessary amount of time. But yeah, enough of me rambling around. Let's do some chat questions. I will be looking at the AMA question chat now. So I'll take one that was earlier. Have you checked out Cardinal Solana rental system? So very good question, and Mr. Gerardot, sorry if I butchered your name. This proves that you are kind of looking at what's going on in the space. For those unaware, Cardinal Solana rental system is a project that has launched and that is offering different technical services, blockchain-related technical services, such as rental for NFTs, which would be quite logical with our project since we plan on renting out, giving the option for people to rent out their lofts and even their Metashops. So it's something that we will look at seriously because it is good to make those partnerships happen instead of losing time or wasting time into developing it ourselves. We are not, we're not the type of team that's like, okay, no, we'll do it ourselves, we'll do everything ourselves. We will partner with projects or teams that we feel can bring something to ours, to the Agora, to the Lofts. And Cardinal Solana is backed by multiple influencers and seems like a serious initiative. So something to look at for sure. Lenduino, how can projects like Mecha Gorillas, what I'm holding right now, be a part of your Metashop? I am not too familiar with Mecha Gorillas, but the way we are currently going about NFT projects joining the Agora is we are approaching them through our contacts that we've made in the past, and with projects that we are carefully selecting because we think that they could bring something to us. We are, it's not just about making a bunch of shops for every and any project. We want to gain exposure from those kind of partnerships. That's why also one of the reasons Soul Army was great, because their community is quite large, about the same size as ours. General Soul is quite the influential person in the Twitter space, and that is also one of the reasons we are working with. So that's one thing, exposure. I'll be directly honest. Exposure is important, and that is the main thing we leverage in those talks. So you can always make a suggestion in the suggestion channel. We do read it to any project that you feel is worthy for a Metashop. Well, worthy is a big word, but would be interested in a Metashop at least. And we will make the necessary work to approach them and work out a partnership. Upgrading the access cards. Yes, so there's no direct question, but I see it was discussed. Yes, there will be a mechanism to upgrade the access cards. It is still being worked on. It is something that we want to do. And I want to reassure people that hold premium or exclusive cards, it will be a lengthy and costly process. It is not something that will be easily done. It is something that will cost an important amount of tokens and a bit of time. And we are hesitating between two different models to operate this access card upgrade. We think it's a good thing to do because it incentivizes people to hold our token instead of dumping it in the hopes of upgrading their access card. And again, we will be very much in control of how long it takes to upgrade an access card and how much it costs. And yes, we have talked about the access card upgrade in our multiple resource documents, guys. I encourage you to read our white paper as always and the tokenomics document that will be updated soon, but is still available in our channels. And we do talk about card upgrading over there. So yes, people that are discovering it are are snitching on themselves because they have not read the documentation. Not good, guys. I'm kidding, by the way. West Ham just scored, by the way, Lendo. I know. I was actually while I was talking, I saw the goal. Actually, it's fine. It's 2-1. Tottenham is definitely not gonna bottle it, guys. What a team. Um, When we go to stake our access cards, will we be able to see how many card entries have already been staked toward each of the NFT 5 prices? This way we could kind of see what our odds are going to be on each price. Yes, the total amount of entries will be displayed underneath every giveaway. So it gives you, you can kind of strategize on what's the better giveaway for you to join. If you see, as I probably expect, thousands of entries on the DGOD one, then maybe it's more interesting to just put your entries into the premium access card. But that is, of course, up to your strategy. 25 entries for standard. At where it was just higher and just kept dropping. No, it's always been the same. Can you consider a casino inside the Agora, like partnering up with good degen project and creating a 3D pocket table and slot machines? Yes. So an actual casino, we will see about it. There is a whole different kind of talk when it comes to gambling that we will be needing to have at some point. But of course, it's a way for tokens to come in and come out, creating a circular way of distributing cryptocurrency. So we are looking at the different ways we want to do it. There will be a leisure area with different kind of games, and we think about making some of these games only playable using our token, and then getting rewarded by NFT prizes or just more tokens. But yes, it is a gameplay aspect that we want to integrate. It's ridiculous, 25 entries. It is relative to total supply. There are more than 4,000 standard holder cards. There is approximately 1,000 premium cards, and there is only 55 exclusive cards. So if you make the maths, if you do the maths, then it's completely proportional. And it's also a reason for people to upgrade afterwards. Sorry for not reading the white paper. No worries, man. I mean, we estimated the amount of people that reads the white paper is pretty low, and it's something we've realized. It's sometimes it's more interesting to make a cool-looking screenshot than make a 40-page slideshow, which is completely understandable. The next AMA will be at Agora. That's a very cool idea, and let me think. So, let me just check at the calendar. Maybe not the next one, but the one after. Yes. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Kind of in the central space there in the Agora. Make it a live stream or something on Twitch or YouTube. Like, if we were to make a live stream, where do you guys look for live streams? Do you guys go on Twitch? Do you guys go on YouTube? Do you guys go on Facebook? No, I doubt Facebook, but I would say Twitch instinctively. Yeah, probably Twitch. I'm more familiar with Twitch myself as well, so Twitch or Discord. Most probably Twitch, YouTube. Okay, that's something to kind of consider. It could be cool to kind of branch out to Twitch, but we do have our YouTube channel that is kind of popping off. No, I'm kidding. It's not popping. It's doing pretty well actually, the YouTube channel. So that's cool. About the YouTube channel, Lofts Recap episode 4 is of course coming out this Wednesday, since it would have been 2 weeks. Yeah. So this week will be Lofts Recap and a bunch of things to talk about. If you guys don't have any more questions in chat, we can move on to the voice part, to the voice chat part. I have a question, but I prefer to voice it. Yeah, no problem. We can then transition to. I'll just leave the people that are typing to finish their sentence, and then we'll move to voice chat questions. Or they don't have anything. Okay, cool. I'll remove slow mode as well, because it doesn't make sense now. Alright, so we'll move now to the voice chat part. Woo! So already some raised hands. I'll do it in order. So, Jemertsky, 420 seals. I'll invite you to speak.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing fine. A bit tired, but excited for everything that's to come. So, doing good, thank you.
Yeah, that's also that's what comes with the project, right?
It is, but it's good. It's good, it's good exhaustion. You have bad
Yeah,
exhaustion and good
exactly.
exhaustion, so it's a good one.
I have a question,
Yes.
and it's more going to the projects. It's like also maybe something for you to bring in projects,
Hmm.
and it's just an idea which looked cool to me in my eyes because
Okay.
there are some alphas, there are some groups, there are some guys they have benefit on it to just maybe go into the loft or go into one of the of the different lofts and discuss things there and maybe do their alpha there
Yeah.
and maybe just make it a really not only just chill there but also make it
An
organized
office.
on the inside
Yeah.
that you can go deep into the alpha. But what I wanted to ask is maybe that you can connect it through Discord through a role and that you can join through there, that it reach your Discord. Oh, you have that role. Oh, you can join there on the projects
Yep.
lofts, to say it like that.
Um,
I
that's
don't
a
know if you
yeah.
have any idea,
Yeah.
but that's just something that came up in my mind.
Of course, it's a good idea, and it's one that we are developing for the lofts. Because for the lofts, we are working on different customization presets, which has been detailed in the white paper. But basically, you will have the default preset, which is a living space. But you can turn your loft into an office space, or you can turn it into your own personal kind of art gallery space. But what you are referring to would be more the office space, which would be integrated with different tools that are relevant to a meeting, so an alpha meeting or a DAO meeting or that kind of event. And it's something that we are looking for. And in terms of Discord roles or what kind of authentication goes on there, since the game will be accessible only if you connect with your Solana wallet, your NFTs, the NFTs that you hold inside of that wallet, will be identified. So that could be a way for people to basically join or make a selection on who's going to be able to join the loft. For example, I'm a SAC holder. I want only SAC holders to access my loft. Well, you will have the option maybe because we do have that technology. It's about thinking about how we can integrate this to the best of our capacities. But since we have integrated wallet and authentication, it should not be a major issue. But it's a good idea for sure. Are you Dutch by any chance?
Ja,
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 ik
I
hoorde,
am.
ik spreek een beetje Nederlands, zo dat is leuk.
Ik hoorde ook iets aan jou, inderdaad.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, anyways, it's a good thing you brought up.
Yeah, thank you for your time. That was my question.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking the time for the question. I will be giving the stage to Notorious. Thank you, Jimmer, again. I will move you
Yeah, no
back
problem.
to the audience. So, Notorious, my man, Notorious, you're invited.
Hello.
Hello. How are
Can you
you,
hear me?
sir? Yep, perfectly.
Awesome, awesome. What is going on? First things first, I want to say I think it's awesome that you guys are stepping away from the browser and heading into Unity
Yep.
before anybody else. My question was in step 3 and step 4 on the white paper for the roadmap. It
Yep.
says you guys are like expanding the metaverse and then to be defined, of course. Have you guys considered possibly like integrating with Steam or Epic Games,
Yeah.
possibly because
So,
Epic
yeah.
Games is at like 12% royalty, Steam is like 30%. I just kind of wanted to see your guys' point of view.
Yep.
Um,
So it is something that we talked about pretty early on, because it brings you a whole new kind of audience. Of course, you are basically a part of the biggest, stores, game stores in the world. The thing is, they are very, very, very touchy about anything crypto or NFT related. I think Steam has a complete ban on anything NFT or crypto related because they saw some of the first kind of very scammy games, and it's always kind of like that. But a couple of guys ruin it for every other. So it's unfortunately up to the store. So for Steam, I know there is a complete ban on it. Epic Games, I'm not sure about. But that could be an idea for an NFT project to be the first kind of marketplace for NFT games only. But hey, no, it's something that we are looking at, but it's very you know dependent on the rules that the stores have.
Heck yeah. Well, I appreciate you answering that question. I just
No
kind of
worries.
wanted to, re-ask again because I know I had like put it in suggestions, but
Mm.
I appreciate you like confirming that.
Yep. Yeah, but
So,
yeah. Paul has highlighted as well in chat.
yep.
Doesn't accept NFT games, fortunately.
Mm, that sucks. Dang.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I appreciate that.
Thank you, Notorious. And
hmm
just we are working on the kind of poker idea that you brought up. It's a really
Ooh, I
cool
can't
one.
wait.
So
I cannot wait.
Sisu. He's in the audience right now. He'll be kind of the one
Hmm.
organizing it. So hope to see you there at the poker table
Yeah. Heck yeah, I
for
can't wait
sure.
to take all your chips, Lendo. Don't you worry. All
Cool, cool. All right, man.
right,
Did you have
thank you.
anything else maybe that you wanted
Uh,
to touch on, or?
no, I think that should be it at the moment. But if I have anything else, I'll definitely
Yep,
either ask in chat or slap in the suggestions.
for sure. Feel free.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hmm.
I've seen a question about the floor manipulation stuff that we brought up, I think, 2 weeks ago. The reason why we have not talked about it anymore is because the evidence that was brought forward to us was proven to be not reliant, and the cons outweigh the pros. Because what then you claim your floor price is only dependent on floor manipulation, and if it's not true, the whole project reputation is ruined. So there might be some floor manipulation going on. There might not be. The evidence was not enough for us to really conduct a whole kind of riot, and it would distract us from what is important, which is development. So we have chosen not to comment about it anymore, and we will not. And yeah, the when I talked about it on the AMA 2 weeks ago, I was a bit too maybe emotional about it, and I was a bit maybe too fast into talking about the subject. But when you kind of cool off and take a step back, you realize, okay, no, we are not taking that gamble, that risk for something that is potentially damaging the whole project afterwards. So yeah, that's about the floor manipulation stuff. No worries, AJ. Good to see you. I know you've been around for a while now as well, so it's always good to see that some guys are here week in, week out. It really motivates, it really drives us. That we know that we have this kind of core community that really sticks around and answers some questions in chat, and that's always good. When staking, yeah, can you please like the ratio comment? Because you ratioed Lois. Thank you very much. When staking, hopefully tonight. At the worst case scenario, tomorrow. I don't know if you were here at the beginning. It's Yal. Um, ratio is in full effect. But yes, staking hopefully tonight. So when I say tonight, it's European time. So it's currently 6:42 p.m. The dev is hard at work on it. There has been some UI UX modification which have taken more time than predicted. It will come out when it's 100% ready. We do not want to rush out a product that is faulty or it does not work correctly. So worst case scenario, tomorrow Monday. I like the vibes today. Very chill. Wait, is Tottenham still bottling it or not? Is it still 2-1? Still 2-1. Did he mention when liquidity pool? Sorry, it made me laugh, but that will be that will be the topic for the ICO coming up in April. But there is definitely a liquidity pool attached to our token. But you will have more details about it. I don't want to kind of get out information that's not correct or that might still change. No worries, Lenduino. It's good to see you, Lenduino. You've been very active the last couple of days. We're happy to have you in the community. Always good to see some fresh new faces. It will only be the raffle staking for the moment, AJ, because it's just a way for you guys to keep you waiting, to have something in return for holding our card. Because up until now you were basically just holding the card for to support us, but now you will actually get something from it, and then the system will transition from being the NFT giveaway to actual token. A good YouTube video for the channel can be about the game developers working and talking more about how they create things. Those things are always nice to watch. Yes, Jed, agreed. And we have done that kind of first video with Paul talking about developed the NFT authentication service, the kind of the whole wallet idea. And we will be developing that concept, polishing it a bit more. We have some time-lapse content normally coming on this week. But yeah, I agree. I always love to look at those behind-the-scenes video, whether that be for, I don't know, when Riot Games does something, or whenever all those big studios work in behind the scenes. It's so interesting. Okay, guys. Well, it has been 40 minutes, 45 minutes since we started the AMA. We can kind of go for another 5 minutes, but if you guys don't necessarily have any more questions, I will close it. Just some parting words then. Thank you for the support. That's just, it might sound redundant, it might sound empty, but it is true. Thank you very much for the support, for being here every day, and for checking up on our work and what we are building. Means a lot. We are very happy about the state the community is in. Compared to where it was a couple of weeks ago. We have transitioned, as I've mentioned earlier in the Loft Holder channel, from a community that was more short-sighted and kind of, kind of wanted, well, the flipping mentality to resume it, which is fine. Again, everybody is free to do anything they want. But in our case, we are something that takes a bit more time to develop, even though we are going very quick. In terms of NFT projects, we are building at a very rapid pace, and we will continue on doing so. So just thank you very much for the support. The whole team appreciates it. We love seeing the talk around it. It makes us want to do more, and we will do more. And yeah, just stick around. Exciting stuff to come. And yeah, wishing you guys a good Sunday. Some of you guys might already. Sunday is almost over. Some of you guys Sunday might have just started, which is lucky. But yeah. All right. Thank you guys. Have a nice remainder of the day. And see you next week. And see you on Wednesday for the Lofts recap. Bye bye.